Great. So today's topic, Peter, is going to be releasing content or learning how to release our modules, our trainings, because we have different options in Xperiencify. So I just wanted to go through them so we can learn together. So let me share my screen and we will explore those. And there we are. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Awesome. Great. So as you probably know, we have different options in Xperiencify, so you can release your content depending on what situation you're at. But for example, in the expiring mini course, we release a training per day, right? On the first day, we release a training immediately, or the second training will be released after 1 day that they join, and the third training after 2 days. So that's something that you can do inside Xperiencify.
Okay.
When you go to the step number 3, let me use a different course. So I will be using this one. When you go to the step number 3, you have different modules, right? So for example, in this module, I have 5 trainings. When I click on the training number 1 and I go to the release timing, it says that I will leave it locked. This is not very usual. You usually want to make the first training available immediately. So you can use immediately to release a training immediately. So that works, for example, if you have, maybe you want to create a course that contains, I don't know, maybe all the blocks of all the modules that previous students have gone through. So let's say that you created different courses, right? And you already got people to buy those courses from you. Okay. Now they completed the course, but you want to give them access to a library that contains all the modules and all the trainings that they went through. You can create one of those courses that contains all the modules and all the trainings, and you can release them immediately, so they will always have access to them. But since they already got through all the content, it doesn't really matter if they go to the module number 2 instead of the module number 1 at first. You know what I mean? So
would this be what you do when somebody comes online, they paid for the course, and something goes back to them to give them immediate access to the course, first module? Would this be what you use to set that up? So they have immediate access. You're not gonna wait and then, well, we don't send passwords and all of that or keys. But I remember the person who's behind this, or the co-designer from, what's his name? XP?
XP?
No, the person who.
Oh.
What's her name's husband?
Murray.
Murray.
Murray, yes.
So I remember him saying that he's not, they're too sophisticated. They're not going to be given password and whatever. No, once they pay, they have immediate access.
Right.
So the first module. So this is different?
It's different because the magic link doesn't give them access to the modules. The magic link, what it does is take them to the home page of the course, and then from there,
And they start going through module. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. And it really depends on how you set up the scheduling options, like the release timing and all of that.
Got you.
Right. So that happens immediately. What I recommend is that, or most people, what they do is that they give immediate access to the first training. But what happens in the second training, for example? For the second training, you can leave it locked, or you can give them access to the second training on a specific date. So
quick question.
Sure.
You would have told them in advance the frequency on which you'll be releasing. It will be weekly, every 5 days, so they have some idea
Of course.
what to expect, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
yes.
that's fine. Okay, all right.
Yeah, you would need to let them know, or like previously, or maybe you can send them emails and let them know like, hey, thank you for completing the first module. The second module will be released next Monday, for example.
So they know, yeah.
Exactly. You definitely want to let them know.
Okay.
So yeah, you can also release the trainings on a specific date. It depends if you want to do that. For example, that works when you are having a cohort and you want to release a second training for everyone on the, I don't know, on August 8th, August 9th. So that also works for that. And you can also select the time in which the training is released.
Gotcha.
You can also release a day after certain days. So if you are running, let's say, a cohort kind of course, you want the training to be released after 7 days. So after 1 week, right? After 7 days that they completed the first training, you want to release the second training. So you can also set these things up like that. Or you can use nth day, a specific week. Let's say that you want your content to be released every Monday or every Tuesday.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you select the first Monday or the first Tuesday or the first Wednesday of every week to release this content. The second thing that you see here is that we have plus X days. What happens is it gives you the possibility to say, I want the third training to be released on the first Monday or the first Wednesday of the next week, plus 2 days, which means that it will be released on Friday, right? So 2 days after Wednesday. You know what I mean? So you can set those things up as well.
Right. Okay.
Or you can simply leave it locked. You can simply leave it locked until you set up a different experience in your experience engine. So for example, remember that we have binge mode. So binge mode now has that option. Let me save one. If you go down to the course settings and then you go to your settings, you will see that you have binge mode. And if you turn it on, yes, turn it on. You also have the option to turn the binge mode when you have locked content. So that means that even if you have the locked content, the binge mode will unlock it so that your students can go through it. Remember that binge mode is like, if you have extra motivated students and they complete the first training, they will automatically unlock the second training. And if they complete the second training, they will automatically unlock the third training. So they basically can complete your course in one sitting if you wanted to. That's what binge mode is for. If you don't like that, if you want them to go through the training when you say it, then you simply turn it off.
I've got a question for you. Even though the courses are locked, when you go into binge mode, it will override that lock. And
if you turn only if you turn it on. Yes. Yeah.
It will override the fact that you had locked the courses.
Exactly. Not the basic binge mode, but only if you turn on the binge mode should unlock locked content.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Awesome. Oh, there we go. And how else can you set up the release of your content? You can also go to the experience engine and you can create a new experience. For example, I will click a new one from scratch. And the trigger is that when they complete my first module, right? When a module is completed, the first one, what do I want to happen? That was not the example, sorry. When they complete a certain amount of points, let's say. So when they earn, let's say, 15 points. When they earn 15 points, I want to unlock the training. So I will add my first action and I will say, I want to unlock a training, and you have to select which training do you want to unlock. So let's say that they complete 15 points in the 4th day. So I want to release the day 5, because in the day 5, they will acquire more points. So you can also do that. You can tell the system in the experience engine whenever you want to unlock different content, depending on the trigger. It could be earning points, it could be completing a training, completing a module, and this also works for bonus things that you want to give them. After they complete certain points, you can unlock a secret module for them, or only people who have completed certain XXPs will also have the option to go to a secret module, for example. So you can play around with the unlocking options in the experience engine as well. You have those two options. Do you have any questions about the release timings that we have in the step number 3 in the trainings?
Well, no, personally, I don't know. Maggie Williams might.
Hi, Maggie. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So, well, yes, like I was saying, I was talking about the release timing for the content in your courses. But yeah, like I was saying, you can play with them in the release timing for each training, or you can play with them in the experience engine as well, creating new experiences with the triggers, and you can play around with it and do so many things. And that's basically it. I will also share with you the article that talks about the customization of the release content. Where is it? I have it here, but I lost it. No, release time. It's the in-depth. So other than that, do you have any other questions regarding this topic or any other topic? In-depth, here it is. I will share the link in the chat for you. There we go. Maggie, how long have you been with us in Xperiencify?
Well, I had the Done For You, my course was put on, and I ran it in January. It's 12 weeks. Okay. So basically, I've done it once, and then I didn't run it again. I had a lot going on in the summer, but I'm ready to do it again. So I feel like I'm starting from scratch. All of a sudden, the nerves, thinking about doing it again. And so this was good hearing some of what you were explaining as far as the timing, because that was something that was a little tricky. I'll be honest.
It is.
I'm doing it more of like a cohort style.
Okay.
Where there will be a start date, but I know that typically you often have those people that come in late. And maybe you say start on Monday, September 1st. I don't even know what the date is. But then somebody comes along and says, oh, I meant to. And instead of saying, well, you're going to have to wait till January when I do it again, I go ahead and let them. But then are they totally thrown off? I'm trying to figure out the best way so that if someone were to say, I really meant to sign up, I didn't, but it's say a week later, how to go about handling
what you can do is, for example, give them access and you create a tag for them. So it's people who join late type of tag, right? And when they have that tag, when they first log in, they will have access to the first module that was released, but they will start with the second week. So they will have access to check the content that you just released, like everyone went through the first week of training, but they will also have access to the second week of the training, and they will have chance to review the first content later or at their own pace, let's say.
So are they starting on 2 or are they getting 1 and 2?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Okay, so someone that would come in, say, the second week, are they gonna get module 1 and 2, so they're able to catch up?
Exactly. So you can add them in the second week, and they will have access to the training for the Monday. I don't know how you plan to release the content. Is it going to be daily? Is it going to be weekly? Like, how do you plan to do that?
What I did back in January is, let me think. I think I changed it a couple of times. I went back and forth. I had it release like on Sunday evening. So basically Monday morning, it was now open and released the module. And I believe I had them locked.
Okay.
Now, there was no requirement that they had to complete them or turn anything in, which I've wondered if maybe that is a better idea, to sort of push people to complete. I wonder if there's statistics on that one. But each Monday, it released a new one, a new module.
Okay, then you can definitely set that up. And you would need to create a special tag for those people who join late. So you can give them access to previous content, but they will start on the day that they joined. So the content will be released for them where they joined.
Okay, so tag the late starters.
Yes, and then create an experience that tells the system, if this person logs in with this tag, do this and do that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Have there been lots of changes? I know back when I was thinking about launching it in the spring, and like I said, I didn't after all, but I know I was going through some of these trainings, and it just seemed like sometimes my screen didn't look like the screen, and I'm wondering, have they made updates when you're trying to
when you're trying to
follow?
what, sorry?
Well, sometimes when you're trying to follow and it's like, okay, mine doesn't quite look like that one.
In the videos, yes, because
the videos. Well,
yeah.
and even when you're just seeing it like there, like when you're showing things.
Right.
So
yes, a couple things have changed actually. I don't know if you're familiar with the right side bar. This one.
Yes.
This contains like all the new features, information about the office hours, and important announcements that we have for you, right? So I think that's kind of newish. And now we also have a forum. I don't know if you were here when the forum was set up, because it hasn't been a long time. It's been like a couple months since we have the forum.
Okay, then no.
Okay, so let's go like this. There was templates. The students, I believe that you have more filters now than you had before. Okay. And you can also combine the filters. So you can filter your students by course and by tags at the same time and by percentage completion. And you can save those filters and you can use them for later.
Okay.
That's something kind of new. You can also add students manually in bulk. If you have an email list somewhere and you want to add them all at once, you can also do that. In your account, yes, there's different things that we have that have changed. For example, now you have this Ask the Expert option. We have an AI bot now that you can use for your courses. So when you turn this on or when you enable it, what it does is that it takes all the information from your course, all of it, like videos, the content that you upload, all of it, and then it creates an AI bot. And you can turn it on in your course so people can ask the AI bot questions about your course. So if they don't remember something, if they don't know where to find it, they would ask the AI bot, and It's like a really cool feature now that we have.
So that's for the student.
That's for the student, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, that is different. Okay.
What else have we created here?
I do have a question.
Sure.
And I'm not sure if you answered it just before I got on, but one of the things I know I had my course in Kartra, and I was able to have an email that went out. For example, the Monday, it was just a one that I created, and it was like, welcome to week 3 of my course, and it's now open, just something very generic, but it told that specific module, like module 4 is now open. Make sure
Absolutely.
and come into the group if you have questions.
Yes, the way that you do that is by going to your course, again, to the experience engine where the automations happen. And when you create a new experience from scratch, the trigger would be, for example, module completed. So when they complete the first module, this one, right? When they complete the first module, you want to send them an email. So you click add your first action and you select email builder.
Add what? What did it say?
Email builder.
Okay.
Let me go back. So again, step number 5. I already created my experience and it's at the, it doesn't move. Let me refresh. Step 5, scroll down. This is where my experience is. If a user completes the module number 1, who should go down this path? I click my first action, the add button, and then I select the email builder.
Oh, okay.
Or what you can do is, for example, when they complete the first module, you want to release the second module, right?
Right.
So let's say that you want to release it after, I don't know, after 3 days that they completed the module. So I will add a delay timer and I would say delay 3 days. And then what happens after 3 days? I will unlock a module, which will be the second one. And then when the second module is released, or before that, it depends on you, you send them an email by clicking in the email builder.
Email builder.
Okay. And this is where you write the email that you want to send to them.
Okay.
And the email builder is new, actually. It's really cool. I already had a session that talked about the email builder, so you can check that out. But you can do so many things with this. You can add images. You can make them more appealing and more beautiful to the view.
Okay.
And we also have this really cool thing that creates images from like AI images. And it's really easy to build. Like, it's really fun. The email builder is something that I highly recommend you to explore because it's really fun and it's more complete now.
Okay.
But yes, you can definitely do that. You can automate all the emails that you want to send to your students based on certain actions.
Okay. Okay. Yep, that's really good. There's just a lot there. It's like, wow.
Oh, this one, yes. It's just that I use this one to explore the experiences. So I created a lot, but it's not really that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the different, what am I trying to say? There's a variety of different times that we can get on calls like this. Are they all just ask whatever, or sometimes they're specific to showing how to do a certain thing?
Right. So it's 3 times a week. And one of those days in the week, I have an ask me anything type of session.
Right.
And the rest of the sessions, I cover different topics. Like for today, it was release timing. But then I usually finish the explanation within 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And then after that, they can ask me any questions.
Okay. Okay. Nope, that's good.
Yeah. And I also recommend you to add the office hours to your calendar.
Okay.
When you go to the office hours in the help center, here,
Oh, good. Okay.
you will see all the sessions that we have created. Like you will see the videos here, and also you will find the scheduling. So you can click here and it will add all the sessions in the future in your calendar.
Okay, perfect.
I will share this in the chat as well.
I think that's how I found this one today.
Oh, really? Through the help center?
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice. Are you part of the Facebook group?
Yes, I haven't been in there much. Again, I've got to get back and just into the groove of things because I was in there regularly and very active when I ran it the first time. I will say it was nice with the done for you because it was done.
Of course.
However, because I didn't do it, there were lots of gaps of things like, oh, I don't know how that happened or how she did that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm doing it sort of backwards in a way.
If you're interested, I also run something called the Quick Start course, and I teach people how to build an expiring mini course. So it's a live training. I usually use it for people who are just joining Xperiencify, but I'm always happy to welcome anyone who wants to learn more, like how to move around the platform and building their first course. So whenever you want to, you can always email me and I'll share with you all the details.
Okay, that would be great.
Awesome. Great. Does anybody, Peter, do you have any other questions, or Maggie?
No, not quite. But rest assured, in another couple of weeks, you'll be probably tired of my question.
No, I'm more than happy. It's great. I prefer that.
I learn every time I show up, I learn something. And Murray has done an amazing job in
He has, yes.
setting up this platform. And to be honest, while I've never seen all the platforms out there, there is nothing even close to what we're using that Murray has built. So this is really, really good stuff. The challenge I have is like a well-tuned Swiss watch. There's so many parts, you don't know what to do.
Yes.
But that's a good thing though. So you have to spend the time and learn what's to be done. Yeah.
Exactly. And you have been to many office hours, so I'm sure that you know more than you think.
But you see, I'm under the tutelage of Brenda. So what else?
But yeah, no, I really appreciate you coming to the office hours, and you too, Maggie. It's always wonderful to learn from you too, because the most valuable thing that I see from the office hours is that people help each other a lot. So right now it's only you two, and that's great. But usually when it's 7 people or more, you help each other all the time. You have more ideas than I have, because you are the creators. You're actually the people who create things and who have their courses and the knowledge. And it's always great to hear you and your ideas and all the content that you have. It's just amazing. I'm learning so much from you as well. So lovely.
Are there statistics that show the best way, like best practices, as far as, like, for example, releasing the content? Do people tend to do better if they're pushed?
I'm not sure if there's statistics like that, but we have a large library. I will share them with you. We have like kind of like best practices when you create a course. I will find them. It's in our help center. And we give you sometimes statistics of that. So it's like 98% of people, we do have those numbers, but they are everywhere. I don't have them in one place, you know.
Well, so even and not necessarily the fine-tuned to the numbers, but just in your experience, do you find one way tends to get more results than another, I guess?
Right. Well, maybe not me, but Maury definitely has, and also Marisa. And that's why they created these articles in the help center, to give you that idea. So for example, there's these 4 big mistakes course creators make. So you can take a look at that article. Or we have the.
And where is that article?
I put it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Maggie,
Yes. Oh, yes.
I would suggest you send an email to Murray, and he's gonna get back to you. I'm probably tell you exactly where you'll find everything if you're so inclined. You have nothing to lose. Send something to Murray.
Okay.
Yeah, that could also be an option.
These sound good.
We have a lot of videos in our YouTube channel that also cover those topics. But yeah, for example, those 2 that I shared in the chat will help you get started and get a better idea of what works better.
Okay.
And there's another one. Just give me a second. I think it's Experience.
Ladies, regrettably, I have to leave a bit earlier. Thank you so much, Brenda. Nice having you, Maggie, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay?
See you next week, Peter. Thank you so much for joining.
Take care, Brenda.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. So I also have the experience formula article. So yes, you can, from there, it will take you to other articles that are related to those. And we have, like I said, it has statistics, but it has them everywhere, not in one place. But yes, I believe those will help you a lot.
Okay. Well, and I've taken my share of courses myself. And it's interesting, I'm a course creator, but I've also taken courses, and just even thinking about the ones that have spurred me to keep going, versus I've also bought courses that I never even did anything.
Exactly.
And so just, trying to make it very interactive. One thing that I am adding, and maybe you can make a suggestion, right now, when it's released, there is a video, pre-recorded video that is embedded into the course. And then I was generally meeting each Friday live. So that was another email that I was always scrambling to send out. So usually the module opened on Monday, and then on Friday, I would do a live, and sometimes they were sort of Q&As, other times there would be a topic. But I'm wanting to just have some audio type material that's related to the lesson, that's sort of bonus material.
That would be great.
So that would go just under the course content?
Yes, it could be like a release, like if it's a bonus type of thing, what would it depend on?
Well, that was the thing. I wasn't sure, because I'm playing around with, I don't know, I'm going back and forth, because like I said, every week I'm showing up live on Fridays. And so I was trying to have less time that I'm going in, and I thought it could be every other week I just released an audio. But it would, and I thought about just doing it on Friday, but it could be just part of the content during that week too. But I just wanted some touch points.
Right. So I think that is great. I think I would recommend you to use the forum more. So in the forum, you would let them know about this type of sessions in which you meet every Friday or every now and then. The forum is a great way to keep engaged with your students, and also for them to keep engaged with each other. I think it's a really good way to feel connected with they will feel connected with each other, and they will feel connected to you and your course. So first recommendation, I would say use the forum more. And if you're going to release bonus audio, I think that's a great idea. Remember, we have experience points and we have XXPs.
Right.
So XXPs are bonus points that they can complete if they wanted to, but they are not mandatory. right? To go to the next training. So you can set up like actions that contain X XPs. And then if they complete the bonus points, I don't know, like they mandatorily have to complete 10, but with the X XPs, they complete 20. If they complete the 20, then you release the secret block that contains the audio.
Oh, okay.
So that would be like a fun way to play with it.
Okay. And yes, they did have the forum. I was thinking you were talking about a forum for us as the creators, but no, there was a forum even back in January. Although I only seem to get a couple people to really be involved there.
But you can make it part of the actions. So whenever they complete a module, one of the actions is go to the forum and answer the question that I posted, or post your aha moments from the module, whatever it is, make it part of your course. Like kind of force them into participating in the forum.
Okay. No, that's a good idea. And that's, and I like your wording, even force them, because I still sometimes hear from people that say, oh, I need to get back in there. I didn't complete it, and they fall off the wagon and they want to, but they don't quite get around to it. So no,
exactly. They need some pushing, like, yeah, it's just like when you set up a timing and you have 3 days to complete this, or you will lose access, or you have 3 days to complete this, or you lose the, I don't know, like, yeah, basically access to the content, maybe. But in your case, it's like, go to the forum or you won't be able to unlock the second module.
Okay. I may definitely try that because I haven't so far. And yeah, I need a little bit more. So, okay.
Were you using the forum within Xperiencify or outside of Xperiencify?
No, it was the Xperiencify.
Okay. Then it's going to be way more easy for them to just go to the forum and complete the action.
Well, and that's what I was thinking, because like I said, I've done other courses, the same course, but in Kartra before. And I seem to go back and forth between, a Facebook group, and I've used, what's it called, Telegram before. So I really liked the idea of the forum, thinking, well, this is all here. You don't have to go outside. And I don't know if it was just that it was new or I needed to talk about it more. But like you said, maybe definitely putting things in there as opposed to just saying, okay, pop in. And because I would put at the end of each module, I made sure and, made a comment about, post your questions. And people would sometimes even come outside of the group and make comments, but they weren't seeming to use the forum. So it's like, hey, come on.
Yeah, you need to guide them. So when I don't know, when you have the action, make sure to link the action to the forum, like straight there, so they can simply click or tap on it and they will go and they will be redirected to the forum itself.
That's true. You got to make it easy.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. Nope, that's really good. And I will definitely try to get on these. I've had them on my calendar, but I'm away from home right now, and so it's been tricky. But I like the variety of times too. So
yeah, it's the idea is that everyone can join, and we have people from everywhere in the world, so we know that there's differences of time, and that's the reason why. But yeah, please join me anytime. I'm always happy to have you here, and happy to answer all of your questions, or if you need feedback and ideas, that's the whole point of these sessions as well.
No, I like that, because like I said, I've been away from it long enough that it's like, oh my goodness, so I've got to get back. And these articles will help. So I'll put that on my list.
Sure. Right, and if you have any other questions, feel free to email me, brenda@xperiencify.com, and I will be happy to help you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Brendan. Thank you for your patience.
No, thank you, Maggie. Thank you so much for joining today.
All right.
Thank you so much, and take care.
All right. You have a good evening. Bye.
You too. Bye.